Hey everybody, this is your boy, the host with the most, but humble, and I do mean humble, the Nostradamus, aka Derek, and of course, today is Saturday. Very chilly Saturday, as a matter of fact. It was creepy because it was like 75 degrees yesterday. Now it's like 40. It's really creepy. But if you're watching this right now, of course, this is Wrestlekram. If you're watching this today, you're watching tomorrow, you're watching it next week. I truly do thank you from the bottom of my heart to the depths of my loins. I truly, truly do thank you. Without you guys, it truly wouldn't be me. I'm humbled each and every single time I'm allowed to do this. Thank you so much for watching the show. Thank you so much for allowing your boy to do the show. How about that? If you don't know anything about Wrestlekram, I put out a feed each and every single Saturday for you guys to consume and have a great time with. I did used to have it on Friday. Now it's on Saturday, and now I think it's a pretty comfortable day to do it on or whatnot. So, you can get your questions in. I will answer those questions for you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You guys like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget. Do not forget that we're on the road to 300 subs. So don't forget about that. Also, I'm on the TikToks. I'm on Twitter or X, and I'm also on the Facebooks as well. So don't forget about that as well. I do have my own Facebook group club. It is called Wrestlekram Super Club. So go check me out over there as well. I'm always posting over there religiously. So don't forget about that. I think I got all the plugs out. One more plug. I'm sorry. One more plug. Let me get one more plug out. Don't forget you have until today to get your what I learned from last week out. The new feed will be, of course, tomorrow. And the show will be, episode 2 will be tomorrow. So, y'all, please enjoy that as well. And, don't forget, fan interaction is the key. That is truly the key. So, thank y'all once again so much for all of the interaction, the engagement as well. But without further ado, let's get into said questions. How about that? So the very first question is going to be from Mitch Does It. How we doing, Mitch? What should the WWE do to make AJ Styles feel like the main event star he was back in the early career run of the WWE? Right now, I feel like he's got a no life in his career, and just feels like the veteran that is being used to put over all the new young talent. Would a jump to AEW fix the career of AJ Styles? That's a pretty deep question. So you are saying that AJ Styles is the Dolph Ziggler of the WWE. That's what you're pretty much saying. I'm gonna say no. Because I still think to this day that AJ Styles had a bigger impact than Dolph Ziggler, even though I think Dolph Ziggler was a phenomenal wrestler. I think he's doing a great job over there in TNA, but he had a stellar performance in the WWE. But, his job was pretty much the job to, the up-and-coming new talent. That's what he did, So, all I can say about that is that no, I don't. So, okay, so let's talk about the first part. The first part, I truly think that he's okay. He's in a good point. I think that it's going to kind of ramp up when probably Cody takes the title off of Roman, and we have a consistent amount of people that want to challenge Cody for those titles. Henceforth, AJ Styles. I mean, AJ Styles, I truly think that will be that person would be one of the, and I think he's running as a heel right now, or probably a tweener. So, he's running into a half and half type of situation where I think he could be one of the first opponents for Cody Rhodes, which would be, I think, a really fun match. I would love to see Cody go against AJ Styles. It looks like that may happen if, once again, we get a Cody Rhodes that actually wins the title. Now, the second question was, should he go to AEW to try to get a renaissance? Absolutely not. I truly don't believe that. I don't think that they would put AJ Styles in a great area. I think he will be in an area where it's even worse than what he is now, jobbing to up and coming talent to just jobbing to talent that is not even supposed to be on the same era as or the same level as AJ Styles. So and here's the thing. Once again, I will say this again. I will say this for everybody. I am a AEW fan. I truly am. But the thing with AEW is that AEW, after they're done with a promo or a angle with you, and you're done and you lose, you kind of disappear. You are no longer in a area where you are important to them. So you will be knocked down to the mid card or probably Rampage. That's how it usually works for a person coming, a huge name going away. That's kind of how it works. So I truly think that he should not go to AEW. Please don't let AJ Styles go to AEW. But I think he just re-signed with the WWE. He just came back from an injury, so I guarantee that tacked more time onto the contract. But I think he just recently signed with AEW, and I truly think that he wants that super part-time contract with the WWE. I don't think he's going anywhere else. I think he will retire in the WWE. That's pretty much what I think he's going to do. But I do thank you for that question, Mitch Dozen. Thank you so much for that question. The next question is going to be from Mitch Dozen. How we doing, Mitch Dozen? Should Edge have stayed in the WWE instead of going to AEW? This is a very easy question. Yes, he should have stayed in the WWE. That is just the God honest truth. Everything that I am seeing as of right now is leaning toward that this is truly a very bad decision of Edge going to AEW with the Christian Cage situation, and now him just challenging people out of the blue on Collision. Now he is back into, he wants another shot at Christian Cage's TNT title. Why? I'm not understanding. There are a zillion titles on AEW, and you are consistently going for a title that is really good, but it's kind of a mid-card title, and you consistently lose. So it's just a really weird situation that we have this, and it's just, oh God, it's just, it's bad. It's true to me. It's truly bad, and I hate that we have this Adam Copeland situation, because yes, he should have stayed in WWE. We would have had other great matches, but unfortunately, we have to deal with this crap. Remember, AEW they are not a big deal when it comes to storylines. They are a wrestling driven type of organization. So when you are coming from the WWE, you've been at the WWE probably forever, and you are story driven, and you have that. Now you have a situation where this happens, and it truly sucks. I mean, some people can't adapt and adjust, and I think that's not a bad thing when it comes to Edge. But here's the thing. It sucks to a degree because he's from that, and he can't adapt to just being a good wrestler, which I think he's a good wrestler. But, I think he puts himself in a story-driven type of company, and it just falls apart every single time. So yeah, he should have stayed with the WWE. AEW is just not there. I am a fan of AEW. I keep telling people this. I'm a fan of AEW, but it's just that, with Edge being there, it's just not good. It's not good. I'm sorry. It's just not good. Matter of fact, it's bad. But I do thank you for that question, Mitch Does It. The next question is going to be from Black Star Boy. How we doing, Black Star Boy? Does The Rock joining Roman Reigns in the Bloodline having Cody Rhodes lose again? I don't know. I will give y'all my prediction on that pretty soon, but let's talk about it. I'm really 50-50 with this. Should Cody win the title? That's the question. Yes, he should. He should win the title because we want that title to be on TV more than just once every, month and a half. We want number one contenders facing for that title. That is the lineage title. That is the title that Bruno Sammartino held. That is the title that Hulk Hogan held. That is the title. That is the Ultimate Warrior title. That is the title that has all the prestige or whatnot. And my thing is, in my thought process, I would like to see that title more than the title that's on Raw. No disrespect to the title on Raw, but I would love to see that title more because it has it has that level, unfortunately. So, but on the other side of that coin, you have a record that can be broken with a part-timer who's not there a lot and doesn't wrestle a lot. That's the thing. They want. It looks like they want him to get past Hogan, which, if he does beat Cody, will pass Hulk Hogan. After that, they will get to the point where it's like a 5-year run, and could he actually pass Bruno's a 7-year run as the champion? That is the biggest question. Right now, Roman Reigns is the biggest name. I'm so passionate. But Roman Reigns is the biggest name right now. He is the biggest name in all of sports entertainment, all of wrestling. You can say that MJF was good. You can say that, Moose is there and all those people are there. Even Seth Rollins, they are there. But the person that is putting eyeballs on the product, and it's proven again, is Roman Reigns. He is the guy who is putting viewers on TV. Like, he is, like, when they say Roman Reigns is going to be on TV, it adds like an extra 2 million views on TV. We're talking about TV and whatnot. And multiple millions when it comes to streaming those segments on YouTube and TikTok and all these other places. So that's the other side of that coin, is that, do you want the title to be on TV on a religious basis with a really good babyface with Cody Rhodes, or do you want him to break the Hogan and the Bruno record? That would be those two things that will be just puzzling to me. So, I mean, I'm really 50-50 as of right now. As a matter of fact, I want to wait and see what happens with the story and the story continuing to see what happens. But I would love to see either one. I would love to see Cody win the title. I would love to see Roman retain the title. But you will get my my predictions of WrestleMania 40. You'll get night 1, you'll get night 2. You'll get both of those coming when it's getting close to, WrestleMania. How about that? But I do thank you for that question. Great question. The next question is going to be from Mr. Greenhead. How we doing, Mr. Greenhead? If Triple H didn't have a heart condition, could we have seen The Rock versus Triple H at WrestleMania 40 as well? Yes, and yes. I truly think Triple H really wants to get back in that ring. And it would be a phenomenal match between Triple H, Paul Levesque versus Dwayne The Rock Johnson. That would be an awesome thing. But unfortunately, he does have that heart situation, and he just can't wrestle anymore. It's just how it is. It is what it is. I would love to see it. I think everybody else would love to see it, but it just doesn't. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Boo-hoo. It is what it is. But I would love to see it. It would have been a great match. But yeah, unfortunately, no go. But thank you for that question. Thank you so much for that question. The next question is going to be from a Southern Belle. How we doing, Southern Belle? What do you think about the Ashley Monroe, is it Masro, statement that has finally been released to the public? So if you don't know anything about the Ashley, is it Monroe? I think, or Monroe, is it, or Masro? I think it is. I don't know. I suck at reading. But anyway, I do remember her on the WWE. I also remember when she did, unalive herself, unfortunately. I do remember this situation, and I do remember that, she was talking very in detail about the Vince McMahon situation, where she was not really noticed by the WWE until she did her Playboy pictures, and then she kind of blew up, and then Vince McMahon saw her. Very beautiful lady, by the way. Vince wanted her. Vince wanted her, and she was like, "No, I'm good." I think she went to Kevin Dunn or Bruce Pritchard. I'm not gonna crap on either one of them. I don't know, but she called them, and they said that just say you're sick, and she told them that she was sick. After that, Vince McMahon personally started writing her promos, and they were really bad. It was the promos what they were going to destroy her. So after that she left, and she started doing radio, and all of that stuff went to her psyche, and she did what she did, unfortunately. But there was an interview of her talking about this situation on I think it was CNN, and man, it was really, 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 really crucial. And yeah, I mean, just like I said, I mean, this is just more stuff that's going to just keep topping on to the Vince McMahon allegations and all of the other people that are in this situation as well. I mean, it is what it is. It sucks. It truly sucks that she is not here with us to speak her truth one-on-one. It is. And, once again, I think that Vince will get his day in court, and the truth will prevail. How about that? But thank you so much for that question, Southern Belle. The next question is going to be from a Dragon Hunter XD. How we doing, Dragon Hunter XD? Other than LA Knight and the rematch with Kevin Owens, who else can you see facing Logan Paul at WrestleMania 40? I don't know. So it would have to be a face. I don't know. I would like to probably see Bobby Lashley. That would be I think that would be a pretty decent match between him and Bobby Lashley for that United States title. Probably Montez Ford. I would like to see him go against Logan Paul. That would be a pretty fun one as well. Who else? That's the only people I could truly think of. I mean, I think the LA Knight and Logan Paul match would be way better or whatnot with that. But the only two I can possibly think of would be Montez Ford and Bobby Lashley. Those two. But they have their hands tied over there with the is it the Testament, Final Testament, I think is what they're called. But we'll see. Yeah. But I truly think that the Kevin Owens and LA Knight would be the bigger of the two. Of course, LA Knight being one of the biggest stars in the WWE as of right now. So yeah, Bobby Lashley and Montez Ford. That will be my answers. But thank you so much for that question. Thank you so much for that question. The next question is going to be from Mr. Greenhead. How we doing, Mr. Greenhead? What do you think about Big E and CM Punk performance at the post-show WrestleMania kickoff? I thought they were really good. I think Big E is really, really good. He is just very fluent on the mic. And it looks like he may not be coming back. He may be retiring. And, you know, they do need to get some more faces on the commentator's desk. And I think that Big E would be a perfect addition to that. We've already seen CM Punk do commentating on the UFC and also on the WWE before he left, and he was having the issues between him and Triple H. He was doing a great job then. Now he will do a great job now. That's how great I think CM Punk is. He's good on the mic, he's good behind the desk, and he's good in the ring. He's a trifecta of everything. Big E is really good. I truly enjoyed him. He really set the stage to be the one of the next people to be behind that desk. That's all I can say about that. I truly think they want to keep Big E by any means necessary. So this will be another thing to keep him on the payroll. So yeah, that would be. I mean, I thought it was great. I thought it was really, really fun. But I do thank you for that question. Thank you so much for that question, Mr. Greenhead. The next question is going to be from a Dragon Hunter XD. Do you agree with Swerve Strickland saying about the storyline angle in AEW and crapping on the WWE and how they do their storyline angles? I do not agree with Swerve Strickland, even though I'm a huge fan of Swerve Strickland. No, they do. Here's the thing. Once again, I will say this again. AEW, I love AEW, but AEW sucks at doing stories. They do. And they just build things out of thin air. It's like you have people fighting, and why are they fighting? Like you're supposed to wrestle because you have a beef with somebody or there's something going on. I mean, on AEW is just, you know, hey, tonight we got X and Z. And we're like, why is X and Z fighting? Like, what is the purpose of this? With WWE, it's the angles, it makes sense. It makes truly sense. The math is always math, not always, but the maths in the WWE. With AEW is like, what? Now, sometimes they do hit a lot. Sometimes they do hit, you know, some grounders, and, you know, it makes kind of okay sense. And sometimes they hit it directly out of the park with the Adam Cole and MJF situation. I thought that was really good. Even them entangling Samoa Joe into the mix. I enjoyed all of that. Even the Samoa Joe and Hook story angle. I thought that was really good. But, once again, you have rampages which have truly random matches. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. So, no, I do not agree with Swerve. I just don't. I respect his opinion, but unfortunately, he doesn't know what he's talking about. So, I'm sorry. I just can't. But I do thank you for that question, Dragon Hunter XD. The next question is going to be from a Black Star Boy. How we doing, Black Star Boy? Don't you think that the winner of the Elimination Chamber to challenge for the world title should be a person from SmackDown? Yes, it should. I think Seth Rollins has ran through pretty much everybody on the Raw side. But I think what's going to happen is that Drew McIntyre is going to win, henceforth making a heel champion and going now through the faces, which will be a pretty decent situation. I would love to see Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn again for that title. I mean, but once again, I would love to see a SmackDown person win that title from Seth freaking Rollins and go to Raw. That would be the perfect thing to happen. Will it happen? No. I truly think that Drew McIntyre will win. I would love to see, I keep giving his name out, but I would love to see Bobby Lashley go on to face Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. I know it's not going to happen, but he deserves a match. Once again, he deserves a match at WrestleMania. He didn't get his match with Bray Wyatt, rest his soul. He didn't get that match at WrestleMania, so he deserves a match. And he deserves a big match. And that match consists of him versus Seth Rollins and him winning the title at WrestleMania and bringing that faction over to Raw. That'll be a perfect thing. Perfect thing. I just wrote it for you. There you go. Free of charge. Free of charge. But thank you so much for that question, Black Star Boy. The next question is going to be from Pomegranate Juice 96. How we doing, Pomegranate Juice? Maybe just a minute, Pomegranate Juice. Can they truly expunge both Vince McMahon and Brock Lesnar from the history of the WWE? No, they can't. I kind of had a similar question that I did for Wrestle Juice over there with Steve. Go and subscribe to Wrestle Juice. And I had a similar question, and I kind of agree with him. You don't have to expunge Vince McMahon and Brock Lesnar from the record books. No, you don't have to do that. But you can kind of easily get away from that. They have been doing that with Brock Lesnar, replacing him with LA Knight on the beginning of the show. And you know, not them even talking about Vince McMahon. They keep bringing up the new era, which I think is a smart thing. And Triple H coming in on SmackDown last Friday saying that I am the end-all be-all. That's a very smart move from the WWE and TK Holdings, them saying that. But once again, I don't think you can completely, disappear them from the entire thing. Brock Lesnar broke the Undertaker's streak, for crying out loud. And without Vince McMahon, we wouldn't have the WWE we have. Even today, we wouldn't have that. We wouldn't have this merger with TK Holdings. We wouldn't have Stone Cold Steve Austin. We wouldn't have the villain of Vince McMahon. We wouldn't have any of this. So, yes, we could. And here's the thing. I will say this as well. A lot of us can hate the person, but love the stuff that they have done. A lot of people, and we can talk about Michael Jackson. We can love the music and hate the situation that he did. And, some other people that we could talk about. You can hate that, but you could like what they have done. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. I don't respect Vince McMahon per se, but I like what he did to bring wrestling to the forefront and make it the WWE we have now. Once again with Brock Lesnar. We don't have to like Brock Lesnar, but the stuff that he did revolutionized wrestling. He is the guy who broke Undertaker's record. So that's kind of my thing with that. Yeah, you don't have to expunge him, but you can pivot to something more, and just like they're doing now with the new WWE. We can do that. But I do thank you for that question. Great question, Pomegranate Juice. The next question is going to be from Laurel. How we doing, Laurel? I can see the Bloodline story without the title. So my question is, can Roman run the group and still have a great storyline without the title? Yes, he can, because there are so many twists and turns when it comes to this. Will The Rock probably turn completely super heel, kicking Roman out of the faction and making his own run with the title and his new form of the Bloodline? We can have something like that. And have Roman have a 6-month probably vacation, come back as a face, and see what happens with that. The Bloodline storyline can keep going because there's so many Fatus, there's so many Samoan family members that we haven't even seen yet, and we may get some sightings as well. So we don't know about that. Also, we have the Enforcer and Solo Sikoa, who is supposed to be the next leader of the Bloodline. So, and with him and Jimmy being completely upset because he is the big brother and he thought that he was going to be the next running up for We also still have Jay on Jay Island over there on Raw, but we don't know about that as well. So many storylines we can continue to do, and you don't need the title to run these stories. I promise you, the story I think is still good. It's good right now, as a matter of fact. That's how great this is. But yeah, you don't need the title. You don't need the title for this awesome storyline. But I do thank you for that question. Thank you so much for that question, L'Oreal. The very last question is going to go to Mitch Does It. How we doing, Mitch Does It? Could a 2-part WrestleMania work? Do you think WWE having day 1 WrestleMania somewhere overseas and day 2 somewhere in the United States could work sometimes in the future? Maybe for WrestleMania 50. So I thought that they did that a long time ago. I thought they did like a WrestleMania in like 3 different arenas. I thought they did that already. I may be wrong. Somebody looked that up for me, but I think they did a WrestleMania where it was like in 3 different areas. But I like it. I like it. Day 1 would be somewhere and day 2 would be somewhere. The overseas part, I don't know how that would work. That's my question, because of the time zone difference. But I would love to see something like that. I mean, the night 1 and night 2 have been really, really good for the WWE. Of course, Wrestle Kingdom did that first, which was very smart from New Japan, and them doing that, probably, trying to figure out how this would work, like have one on the West Coast or like in LA night 1, and then have one all the way on the East Coast over there in New York City, Madison Square Garden, or probably one of their bigger venues, because Madison Square is not really that big anymore, not for the capacity of a WrestleMania. But I would love to see something like that. Probably, it doesn't even have to be 10 years from now. They can figure this out in the next year to 2 or whatnot. Or probably have one in the United States and then have one in Mexico, or like they did in where did they have a Backlash? Was it Rio? No, Puerto Rico. They had it in Puerto Rico. I mean, that would be phenomenal. I mean, did you see the passionate fans over there in Backlash? I thought that was really, 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 really good. So yeah, I agree with you. I mean, that would be really fun and truly innovative from that. So yeah, I agree with you. Thank you. But thank you so much for that question. Mitch doesn't. I had one question, unfortunately, on the on this week's go round. And that question was, what do you think Scott D'Amore should do since TNA dropped the ball with his firing? I have 47%. 47% of y'all said that he should make his own company. So yeah, that's pretty good. I'm cool with that. That we can work with that. But I will say this. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for your questions. Thank you so much for having a great time here or whatnot. This is what we do at Wrestlekram, you guys. I do thank y'all so much. Don't forget, I'm on the TikToks. Don't forget, I'm on Twitter or X. I do have my own Facebook group club. It is called Wrestlekram Super Club. So don't forget to go check me out over there as well. What else? I got another show tomorrow. What I learned from last week. Okay, so don't forget about that. Right now, you can get your questions in. I do have the feed out right now, so y'all can go and get your questions in as well. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell as well. I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. Until next time, the best is truly yet to come. Love, peace, and of course, wrestling.